Welcome to another episode of Shrouded Realities Part 2. We're starting out with our blood pressures high because our food sucks.
Testosterone low.
Testosterone low. Estrogen through the roof. My memories are growing because of all the crap that's in our food.
My testes are shrinking. It's just all going bad.
I can feel my breast growing as we speak.
Because of this crap. Plastic everywhere. Junk
best.
in our food, junk in our water, junk in our drinks, sugar in everything.
It's like prison. We can't get away from it.
What I like is my water doesn't have cake in it, though.
Because it's the anti-caking
Yeah, it's
agent.
got that anti-caking in there.
I thought you eat cake while you drink water, and it's supposed to cancel the opposite.
Cancel each other out.
Yep.
No, you drink a Coke, and the Coke breaks down the sugars, and the sugars contradict themselves and do double negatives, and they just go together. And that's what the USDA wants us to believe anyway.
What was my 600-pound life where that chick was like, we drink a diet soda. That way we lose weight. When it cancels out the sugars.
I learned today that's BS because the fake sugars that they put in it's worse than the regular sugar.
Well,
right.
I had a pretty solid feeling that it didn't cancel out the other sugars I had. But
that's for sure.
Yeah.
I think Mexico's got it right doing cane sugar and Coke.
Yes.
It tastes better.
It's not processed sugar.
And I've got
sugar.
I've got a Mexican grocery store down from my house, and they're putting on the Mexican pretty much anything. I think this is a law in Mexico. I haven't confirmed this, but on their candies and Cokes and sugar, sugary stuff, they're putting warnings on their stuff saying that it's excessive calories and excessive sugar.
Yeah, we need that on everything.
We need it here, yeah.
On everything.
Why is every other country in the world, including Mexico and Canada, which like right next door, why are they so much better than we are?
Because they're not as smart as we are. They don't have a USDA or an FDA or anything like that to tell them what's good for them.
They got the cartels probably like, don't drink that. That's bad for you.
Here, take this fentanyl, but you better not eat that.
Don't drink that.
They're not even saying that. They're just shipping it over to us for us to just wear it out.
They're not going to hurt themselves.
They're not even doing fentanyl. It's just sugar now.
Everybody's weakening us up from within.
Yep.
And I think it's me and Steven's getting onto it in last week's episode, part 1 of this. That it's all connected.
Have you gotten this mad filming an episode for this?
No, I was so upset.
I went back and watched it this week, and I was like, I was actually mad about this.
I was too.
I was getting upset.
Oh,
it's because it's like you can't really do anything about it except for changing everything about your life.
Yeah.
There's no easy way out.
Yeah.
You're back into a corner.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to start out with some hope.
Okay,
give it to me, Obama.
This week, things have changed.
It did. Well,
the election
it did for us this week.
Yeah.
3 weeks in the future, people are going to...
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so today's the day... 3 days after the election?
It is, yeah.
Trump's already changing things. He's already getting people lined up, getting them ready to go.
Yep.
RFK's jacking people up. I've heard
he's jacked.
Yes, dude. I seen a GIF of that guy. I showed him.
I was like, "That's a fake. That's a
My brother sent me a GIF of him doing push-ups, and he was like, "Yeah, things are about to change." And I showed it to him, and he goes, "That's not RFK." And it was just this big jacked old dude with just like biceps bouncing off of his biceps, and he's like, I was like, no, that's
RFK
him.
More like real effing killer right here. I mean,
RFK, let's see, yeah,
there it is.
He's built like it. If we're at a public pool and he ain't got a shirt on, I'm leaving because I can't let my wife see that.
Yeah. This is why you can't miss episodes.
Like, get out of here.
Yeah.
This is why you can't miss episodes. You get a T-shirt idea every episode.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'm for real. I really want to do that one.
Okay.
An RFK, real effing killer. T-shirt.
That's fantastic,
dude. Wouldn't it?
All right,
sold.
Let's just go ahead and make that.
That's
fantastic.
Making a note. Top of my real F. We're gonna put F in. We're not gonna put the word.
Yep.
Everybody's gonna get it though.
Yep.
And then just him would just.
What's the JR gonna be, Junior?
It doesn't matter. We'll just do RFK.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jacked. Jacked something.
Okay. Real effing killer. Jacked. Really big. No.
You're adding letters.
Sorry, added a letter. All right.
We'll table that and come back.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. Peace.
Since this is a part 2, I think we need to pick up where we left off. We was rolling through some statistics. We'll save the happy good stuff at the end. There was a lot of stuff that I didn't talk about last week that I want to talk about of ways that we can get out of this sugar just consumption course.
Besides just your own taking it into your own hands, you mean? Like maybe the government is going to have some
That's going to be a part of it, but taking stuff in your own hands is a big part of it.
Because that's difficult for a lot of people because, I mean, it's going to be more expensive, harder to find, and the stuff is just probably isn't going to taste as good, which is going to turn people off.
Got solutions for you.
Okay, give it to me.
Yeah, we'll hit that at the end.
Okay.
We're going to save the good stuff for then. We're going to get everybody pissed off like we are now.
That's right. I'm just coming in mad.
I'm mad because I got all red 40 in me.
That's right.
It's in my veins.
I just had nothing but fructose on the way in. And
what would happen if you just tablespoon some Red 40?
You might poop your pants. You may just poop yourself. You would just blow your back end out.
This is the additives, like a shot glass of like all 7 of them just together.
You would feel your pancreas grow 3 sizes.
And instant inflammation.
That's right.
Instant inflammation.
Flush to the skin.
Doesn't it make ADHD kids go nuts?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just be bouncing off
your
the
pants and your pancreas explodes.
Just slap your mom right in the face.
I can't control it. I can't.
Steven, start with some stats. We was in the middle of stats last time. You got some more for us.
They're so sad. I don't even remember what I told y'all last time and what I didn't.
Okay.
I know we hit autism numbers. Those were horrible.
Yeah.
That was bad. Infertility going down 1% a year since 1970.
Yeah.
That's 50%. At this point, it's gone down. Let's see. Cancers. Young adult cancer. I don't think I discussed this one last week.
No, we didn't get into that.
Up 79%.
What kind of cancer?
Yes. Cancers.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we discussed breast cancer. 1 in 8 women now.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying just adults in general, 1 out of 2 people will have cancer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we got 3 in here, so we're guaranteed one of us is going to have something according to this.
What does he not
have?
I've got 2 friends that are fighting it like hard. It sucks.
I've heard it a lot, like in church groups, and everybody just about every week is coming in saying something about, hey, I've got this guy I work with, or something every week. He's got this
and it's
thing that popped up, and then you ask how old they are, and they're like, oh, they're 35.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? Like, you just didn't hear about things
because
like
I wonder, what was the statistics, 20 years ago? You know what I mean? What was the cancer rate?
If it's up 79%, that's pretty
like from
significant.
when? I'm wondering obviously probably when they started adding.
I don't have that, yeah.
And like types of cancer. I'd like to know what type of cancer.
Well, I can tell you that this is the first year in 2024 that they are expecting to have over 2 million people with cancer this year. It's the first year that that's ever happened.
Gotcha.
So I don't know what the percentage of population that is, but it's significant. 2 million people out of 330 million. I mean, that's a lot.
And we touched on this last week. The scary part of this is the money that comes rolling in. Have you ever been to an oncology place?
Mm-mm.
They're balling. They got super nice places. There's so much money rolling through those places.
And I wanted to discuss some of the healthcare of this situation too, because everything is so specialized. You're going to this guy about cancer, but that's all he does.
Yeah.
So he's not looking at what are the causes that got you to this point most of the time.
He's just looking at how to get it out of your body.
Yeah, he's looking at what medicines can I give you to fix your symptoms of what you have now.
Yeah.
Not how can we prevent this from going further? How can we, what in your body is causing this to happen?
Yeah.
And the specialized of medicine is a problem, I think, more than anything.
Yeah, I watched a documentary today of a guy that was having crazy health issues, like just everything. He was going blind, literally going blind, losing his stuff, irreversible type situations. And he changed his diet, cut out sugar, went whole foods. That's all he did. And doctor said, you can try. It's not going to help anything, but you got to have this medicine. You got to have this and this and this. And anyway, he just said, well, what's the worst that can happen? So he did. He started getting his vision back. His health problems started going away. Went back into the doctor, and he's like, my vision's coming back. And he's like, there's no way, but let's do this test and look. And he said it was a camera shot into his cornea to see the surface area. I don't know how that works, but the surface area of his cornea, and it regenerated itself.
Yeah.
Went back to 100%. He said it freaked everybody out.
So I saw a short today, and this has been poo-pooed away. Everybody's like, oh yeah, sure, these things are going to help with, but it was a cancer treatment that people were talking about. It was massive amounts of vitamin C, like 50,000 units of vitamin C daily, zinc in high doses, ivermectin, which is interesting. The horse dewormer that everybody wasn't supposed to take during the COVID.
Didn't Rogan get ripped down the road for that?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, taking horse dewormer, everybody's just going to die. You're going and putting horse paste in your mouth. I mean, but that people are having significant benefits from this if they're in some sort of cancer. I don't know if this is for all of them or what, but they're having some significant regression of the cancers from just doing these things.
Yeah.
It's almost like maybe you don't need to radiate your entire body every single
Pump
time.
it full of
to kill your immune system to bring it back up. That just doesn't.
It's scary to realize how stupid doctors are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say stupid. It's
maybe blind.
They're trained that way.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're
think about
to treat the symptom, not the actual disease.
Yeah. And they say if you do these steps, you do this surgery, this radiation, this chemo, this medicine, it's going to fix it. And here's the odds of it fixing it. And if the odds are high enough, they're going to take that route. They're not going to look like what you're getting at, though. They're not going to look at other options, changing your diet,
which is stupid,
changing your surroundings, changing.
Well, that gets you off of pharma though. If you're doing it that way and you're actually treating that disease in a more holistic way, that's going to be a long-term solution.
Yeah. Guess what?
Pharma's tied in that at that point.
Guess what stops if you do that other option?
Yeah.
That money. Yes. They don't get that money.
I've seen a lot of people talking about getting rid of pharmaceutical ads recently.
Dude, I wish they would so bad.
Well, first of all, I'm just tired of seeing them.
Yeah, they suck.
And second of all, if you're watching a pharmaceutical ad, do you feel better about taking that medicine when you're done?
I don't. The last 30 seconds is like, you're going to die.
I don't want holy stools or an infected perineum.
My favorite one is excessive gambling. Have you seen that one?
No.
Yeah.
A medicine that gives you excessive gambling?
You're going to cheat on your wife?
It was restless leg syndrome. They were treating that for some reason, and then they said you could start excessive gambling from this medicine.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know how
I think Dana White has that.
Yeah. There's plenty of people that do it. But I mean,
sorry, babe. I've been taking.
My question is did they do their study and then it was a guy that already had this problem? He's like, it's because of the medicine. That's all I could think of.
And he's got like insurance where it covers anything he does.
Exactly.
So, the United States and New Zealand are the only two countries in the entire world that allows that to go on.
I wonder why.
Yeah. And I also heard I always wondered why in the world are they going to advertise this stuff? Most of them you can't get without a prescription anyway. So why? Like, what am I going to do? Don't tell me about it while I'm watching the Super Bowl.
I'm not a doctor. I can't write my stuff.
Prescription.
But what it is that money goes to the media corporations.
Yep.
And it puts, let's say Ozempic, puts Ozempic on the side of the media corporation. So when Ozempic has a problem.
Yep.
And I don't know if Ozempic's got a problem. Don't sue me, Ozempic. I'm just saying. I'm using you as an example.
It does have a problem.
Stop. I'm trying to keep us from getting sued. But
I'll do it.
If Ozempic has a problem, guess who's not going to report on that problem? The people they're giving money to.
It's almost like a bribe. Some would call that a bribe.
Yeah. So it's not really so much about the commercial. It's a lot more about who they're giving their money to.
You can't sue them.
You
can't sue these companies.
Yeah.
At least over vaccines, you can't sue them.
You definitely can't over vaccines. But I think I heard that there is a pool.
Yeah.
It's like an insurance type thing. So if something does, like if your leg falls off or taking Ozempic, you can go sue. You can sue them, but that money comes out of that pool. Ozempic gets to stay rich.
Yeah. I wonder which option you would pick if you were a pharmaceutical company.
Yeah.
We'll just move this one little portion of our money over here.
Right.
We don't have to mess with that.
Yeah. It's like a little insurance.
We know that there's going to be problems with it, so let's just move 2% of our funds over there.
Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted your stat. Just give us some more stats.
All right, some more stats. So this is not really a stat. It kind of is. We have the highest infant and maternal mortality rate in the developed world, despite we spend 2 times more than any other country in the world on that specific problem.
I'm trying to work that out in my head. So we're the most technologically advanced, richest country in the world, but our babies are dying more than any other country.
Any other developed country.
Gotcha.
So that's
I guess that would play into on the last episode of our food not being as nutrient dense. Maybe if a child's body isn't getting the energy it needs to sustain itself.
Sure. I also would like to throw into question some of the vaccines that we're giving even before birth to some of these kids and some of the mothers.
You got that chart pulled up that you showed me earlier?
I can tell you what it is. It's 76 shots before you're in kindergarten is what you're getting. 76 individual vaccines that you're getting pumped in your body. So when I was growing up, it was closer to 22. Mm-hmm. It's grown to 76 in 32 years.
I think in school, the last vaccine I ever got was like in 6th grade, 7th grade. It was when the bird flu, H1, not the bird flu, H1N1, the swine flu.
The big flu.
I didn't get in on the swine flu.
Yeah.
But just to show you how we end up on the pharmaceutical teat from literal exit of your mother. Mm-hmm. Erythromycin, maybe. That is an ointment.
Sounded good.
Yeah, it sounded good. I put mycin at the end of it, so it sounded like I knew what I was talking
Hebrew.
about. It does. So that is what they put on a baby's eyes whenever they're born.
Yeah, for the ducks.
Do you know why they do that?
It's, I guess, to allow the
because they told me something different.
Well, we actually took our new baby to the eye doctor because one tear duct was still draining, and they say it's to help with the opening of the piping, basically.
But did they put that stuff though on like as soon as they come out? Because I remember even when my kids, like this was 15 years ago, they were as soon as they come out, put a little goo on their face.
So,
and I didn't question it.
Actually, I didn't either because I'm like, oh, okay, well they're telling me this is why they're doing it. It's to prevent chlamydia from getting in your baby's eyes. So what that does, why you would do that, I don't know, because the mother's going to be tested for chlamydia before she's ever.
And without asking either, it's just
it's like, oh yeah, we're just doing this.
Or is it just a secondary thing that ointment can do? Like, is it an ointment that does multiple things, but that's just one of them?
I don't know, but I should be consulted about it before you just do it.
Yeah. And at least ask. Like, is there a chance one of you got chlamydia?
Yeah.
Is there a chance that is the case? Nope. Been tested. You tested her before this started.
And that's probably why they do it. Just playing Steelman here. They probably used to, and some chlamydia infested skank
said no.
And her kid
nope.
And her kid comes out and her eyeballs. Yeah, and her kid comes out and her eyeballs rot out.
With old chlamydia eye.
Yeah.
The other one, right as your kid is born, is hepatitis B. They give your kid a hepatitis B vaccine. Mm-hmm. Do you know how you get hepatitis B?
Isn't it from butt sex and needles?
Yep. That's it. So guess what my child has zero worry about as a newborn? Butt sex or illegal drugs. Either one. Zero problem with it. He's already had 2 of them.
Good.
It sounds like
5 months old.
What was that one topic we talked about? The Grove, Bohemian Grove. It sounds like something they would do. Yeah. Like when kids ready.
Yeah, they keep the Hep B on handy there.
Yeah.
But
Hep B for free.
So, but to me, if I was a pharmaceutical company, what would I want to do? I would want to make sure that every child that's born immediately is already right. Government has to pay for these shots immediately.
Government don't. Insurance does.
Well,
it comes out of our pocket.
Yeah, but it's mandated by who? The government.
Oh, that's right.
But then here I must play.
It's a mandated
I'm gonna play
the
Stillman on this one. What if your child gets attacked by a drug addict? Gets a little needle in their arm.
Oh my gosh, man.
I'm just saying.
All right. So I said he had a 0% chance of having hepatitis B.
0.01%.
Yeah, let me change that. It's like the 99.9% of bacteria. He's the 1% that got it.
You can sleep better at night knowing if a crackhead walks in your baby's room with
a dirty
needle.
Then he's fine.
You're welcome.
Yeah. But he's already had 2 of those, and I think there's 3 before he even goes into
Well, can't you still get Hep B from coming in contact with just blood in general?
Yet again.
Still.
I'm saying, you never know. Kids in school bleed. Like, they bleed,
They're not sucking each other's blood,
they're
though.
not, but they're like wonky. They're gonna put their hands in places. You know what I mean?
Let me go ahead and tell you that could just be a conversation. Hey, do you want your kid to have a Hep B shot? Nope. Good.
Done.
And we're done with it. It could just be a conversation instead of like, hey, I'm going to take your kid at 2 in the morning. I'm going to take your kid at 2 in the morning. I'm going to give him shots. What?
I can't wait to see the Wikipedia that YouTube's going to stamp on this one.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be like all of it's bad.
Yeah.
We don't even have a way to say yes.
Hey, we've got a backup option though. We're looking at going on Rumble.
Yeah,
Rumble.
It's the new free speech YouTube.
Okay.
We'll probably do it anyway, but it may get to where we just have to.
What's Trump's platform?
Truth.
Like Twitter. Truth. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
I don't know. I know it's gotten big though.
Yeah, it has.
It's like worth like $15-20 billion now.
Jeez.
Well,
me and him talked
probably
about
X. We'll probably find a way to
get on X.
Yeah.
Elon's hooking us up.
Yeah,
Not us personally, but you know.
Yeah,
I mean, kind of.
You couldn't say this on X a long time ago, or a few years ago.
Well, Twitter. When it was Twitter, you couldn't.
You see the old Hunter Biden thing, you out.
Yeah, that was what that's what influenced him to buy X. I think. He was like, I should probably put some funds into that.
Yeah.
He just did it. Just did a thing on Rogan, and Rogan said that he literally thinks that he not really saved the world, but he changed the world by buying X. Like,
So rabbit trail real quick. Did I hear that he was going to be in the Trump White House?
I think that's rumor.
I heard something today that he was going to be taking on the government waste.
Mm-hmm.
And he was
maybe advising. I don't know about appointed.
Hey, if he does, he walks in with a sink.
Yeah.
That's going to be great.
Dude, put that picture up in the White House.
Let that sink in.
Yeah, that's right. He comes in, you just walk into the White House and they've got a painting of Elon Musk holding a sink. That's going to be
up
great.
next to George Washington.
And you remember how many people he fired when he got into Twitter?
He just walked in and he was like, Twitter. I don't like the way you look. Get out of here.
Zink. You blocked my tweet. Zink.
Yep.
How long you been on this lunch for?
Dude, seriously, that is why Trump was elected, was for that stuff. If he can legit do that and put people like him in that would just go in and just roll heads.
I know that this is off topic, but I'm loving this conversation.
It's part of it. This is what's going to have to happen for us to get healthy food and healthy medicine again.
I love the fact
it's going to have to.
So I'm going to be labeled as the most insensitive human ever. This week has been great for me.
Yeah.
I have been like on cloud 9 with this whole thing. Watching people just literally cry over this has been nuts.
It gave me hope for real.
It did. I actually woke up Wednesday morning and I didn't sleep a wink Tuesday night. Not even a little bit.
Next day was great though.
Next day I woke up and I was like, you know what? It's going to be a good day.
Good day. Birds are chirping.
Yeah.
I think some people
was bright.
I think some people finally like got a little bit of faith in the system.
They did, but I was on the side that last year really freaked me out because of how many people turned out for Joe Biden. Probably was fake. We'll save that stuff for another episode. But
man, those numbers though.
Yeah, that's so shit.
You think your government? It ties into this too. You think your government is truthful about everything?
Yeah.
Go look at the numbers from 2020 compared to every other year that this has ever happened.
Yeah,
there was some ballot stuff in faux show.
Yep.
Had to.
Well, the left's even saying it right now. They're like, maybe we did do that.
You know what's bad when they're saying it?
When they're even looking at it going,
where'd these people go?
That's a little weird.
Kind of on a tangent. Where was I going with that?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
You got any more stats?
Thank you, Connor.
Yep.
Probably. I probably got a lot more. Let's see. Not really. I think I hit most of them last week.
I'll segue. We were talking about Trump getting people in. One of the names I heard yesterday, which made me so excited, and it's I think low key it's not that crazy, but I think to me, I think this is going to be the thing that changes everything with the food system. He appointed Joel Salatin to his USDA advisor to the secretary for the USDA.
Mm-hmm.
That dude's name sounds like salad.
Who's the secretary?
I don't know.
I hope he gets rid of the.
He may not even have one yet.
Who's? There's somebody in charge right now in the health department. That's
Rachel Levine.
Yes,
that's the dress guy.
Yeah,
no,
that's the drag guy.
No, there was a couple. No, not the one who stole the luggage, not the bald one. The other one who looks like a gremlin after midnight.
She kind of looks like if you took your thumb and dressed it up like a girl.
Yeah.
She looks like a thumb that you dressed up like a girl. What was her name again? Rachel Levine.
Rachel Levine.
Yeah. We need to put this picture up just for everybody.
Yeah. She's got the little suit on with the badge. And
dude, if I put googly eyes on my thumb and put lipstick on it, you would be like, holy crap, that's Rachel Levine.
She does look like a gremlin.
Yeah. Like a thumb gremlin.
It's not even nice. Why would you grow your hair out if it was that crappy?
Is she the health department?
She is Assistant Secretary for the Health of the United States Department of the Health of. That doesn't even make sense.
That sounds like a made up thing.
It does.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Sounds about as made up as a guy becoming a girl.
It's right there under her name. It cut it off.
She did too.
It cut the title off. The title was so long it cut off. Assistant Secretary for Health of the United States Department of Health and Human Services. Okay, here it is.
Gotcha.
That's hilarious.
That's a made up name.
Cut it off.
I was talking about
You even said it.
You used the correct pronoun.
You used the correct pronoun for it.
Anyway, I don't think Joel Salatin's going in that position, but
Gotcha.
it says he's been appointed advisor to the secretary for the USDA.
It's nice that
Joel Salatin is the guy that he's like Polyface Farms. Like he started the whole organic grass-fed beef. Like he does no fertilizers, no nothing.
and he does more than just beef, though, right?
Yeah, he does like pretty much everything.
And he does it on a large scale, not like huge scale, but large scale.
It's large scale. Yeah, he's got a really big farm, makes a lot of money. He's known as the lunatic farmer because he doesn't do vaccines for his animals, and like everybody around him thinks he's the typhoid Mary that's going to get everybody else's animals sick because he doesn't vaccinate his. But he doesn't have to vaccinate his because he doesn't have his living in crap 24/7.
Yeah,
he lets them. They're free range. They're out doing their thing. He's moving them around, getting them off their crap. He's putting wood chips and carbon underneath them to keep them from. It absorbs the poop and the bacteria. And the
how
stuff
large
really
is the
bad.
operation? Like how many people are under him?
It's a really big operation. I don't know, but it's big enough where he's got multiple layers of interns that comes in.
Gotcha.
Like you have to apply for an internship. If you get that internship, you come and work for him for a season. The next year, if you want to come back, you're like a next level intern, and then it's a pretty big organization.
Let's say he gets in, and he may try to replicate that for the entire food system and do that in like every state where like there's more jobs for people to do this.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's like
and he does. He's no tractor, no nothing. He's all human power, but he uses the animals to do the things that the tractors were doing. Not really like an Amish style, but it's just like if you're doing it right, you don't need a lot of inputs, and that's another part of his thing. He said the animals and the system work so symbiotically, you don't have to have a lot of inputs. You don't have to have a lot of fertilizer. You don't have to have a lot of tractors doing things. He does have tractors to like move wood chips and stuff like that, but it's because his setup. I've seen a bunch of different farm setups, and his is by far the best.
Yeah, I mean, because I could see that being a very large operation if made into a the scale of the United States, because running into the issue of a lot of things being automated, and that could save some jobs.
Oh yeah, lots of jobs, and
it could pay good money too. I'd imagine it's food.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Good food.
Yep, good food, good for you. He's been in fights with FDA and USDA his entire career. Always talk about before the show. He butchers and slaughters his own chickens for sale, and the USDA or FDA, one of the two, tried to come in and shut him down and said the way he was doing it was unsanitary because he did it out in the open air. He had all the utensils, everything clean, like he's a cleaning station set up. It's just in an open air barn instead of in a room. And they said that him doing it outside was unsanitary. They would rather him be locked into a room with all this festering bacteria and garbage and stuff than for him to be doing it out in the open air. And then
you have to use chemicals to clean the room.
Yeah, and then you're using all the chemicals and just everything that just goes all over everything.
Tell them to clean the air.
You also need to wear a mask if you're outside closer than 6 feet from people too. So yeah.
You're going to bring COVID back up again.
Doesn't take much for me. Doesn't take much to trigger that for me.
Never going away.
One thing we need to watch out for, we need to be crazy vigilant about this, and I'm going to predict it on the show, shroudedrealities.com. We said it first. We said it first. The media is going to hammer this guy hard.
Oh yeah.
Because he's going to change the system so hard that there's going to be so much money thrown at trying to bring this guy down.
You think they're going to try to take a shot at him?
And Trump.
Well,
literally.
Think of who he's affecting.
I don't know, maybe.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, he's going to hurt a lot of corporations.
Yeah,
good.
Look, this is coming from right-leaning people who actually are normally in on corporations.
Capitalists.
We're capitalists.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
when you start to just tear this down,
Yeah.
it's just dirty capitalism is all this is.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to make a single dollar off of a sick kid.
Yeah.
Or breast cancer or any of it.
People think that socialists are the only ones that want to buck the system. We want to buck the system too, but in a different way.
Yeah.
Well, when it's directly affecting your everyday life, like this is,
Yeah.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Why not? What are you going to lose?
When the FDA is being paid half of its funding through these companies, pharmas, and through the food corporations and things like that, it's just a dirty system.
Yeah.
That's all there is to that. Sorry if that pisses you off.
It sucks. It's taken 40 years for people to start waking up.
Have y'all heard this tie to the feminist movement?
But
The food system and all of that. How they tied to the feminist movement?
I would imagine so.
It's easy. It's easy food. All you got to do, you can go focus on you can focus on your career. You can be the big, powerful woman and just use this food right here. It's quick, easy. Throw it in the microwave and you're done. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
I'm wondering too, we kind of touched on it a little bit last week, but I don't think we vocalized it, but the demasculation of men in general
it's bad.
is tied to this. Like, it's
well, I mean,
which that demasculation of men accentuates the feminist movement.
Sure, it does.
And I mean,
you know the saying, hard times make great men make good times make weak men. Weak men make bad times. Where do you think we're at in that?
I think we may be coming to the
last week. I would have
hard
a different
times.
Last week I'd have a different answer than what I got now.
Yeah.
I still think we got hard times coming.
Do you think we're coming out of the weak men make hard times? Do you think we're coming out of that?
I hope so. I think that men showed up in droves to this, but I think women did too. I mean, that's the only way that Trump won what he did. So I think that we've seen hard times, but we've not seen the hard times.
Hardest.
AI says we're currently in the weak men phase of the cycle.
I will agree with that, actually. I think that we're still in a weak men society.
But we haven't had that, or are we? Do you think we're in that crash of...
I think we're about to see a crash.
Because I don't think we're in that hard times phase yet. That's what I'm saying.
I think that we may have...
It's been rough, but not. I wouldn't consider it like
it's not World War II.
Yeah, it's not depression level.
We're right at World War III though.
Yeah,
and
not anymore. I heard that Putin's already backing down.
I don't know. No, the Houthis are. Did you see that? Like hours after Trump was gave his speech.
Yeah,
the Houthis actually said,
"Who's that?"
They're the ones fighting Israel.
One of the groups,
proxies.
Several groups.
Yeah, it was one of the proxies of Iran.
Okay.
But they actually come out and said, yeah, we should probably do a ceasefire.
Hours after.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, I woke up and the Houthis were like, yeah, let's do a ceasefire.
You're not going
It's like 6 o'clock over there. Like, Abdul, it's over.
the orange man's going to come get us.
I don't know how real that is. It's just something I've seen.
We'll see. We got 76 days.
I don't know if they know this. Like, he's not like taking over tomorrow. So, I mean, they've got a couple of days to do what they're going to do.
They can,
I'm happy he's working and already getting people in place. So
I am too.
Getting
it's
ready.
a big deal.
Yeah,
it really is.
So this was it Joey or Joe?
Joe Salatin.
Gotcha.
Salad Bar.
So you got faith in this guy?
Yeah. I've been following him for a hot minute, and he's legit. He's a Christian dude. The only negative press is just the fake negative press that I brought up. They try to bring him down, try to mess everything up, and then over time he proves them wrong every time. Like, they say you're going to get everybody sick if you do this. Nah, he just keeps fighting and keeps on doing it. They say his unvaccinated animals are going to make everybody else's animals sick. Never happens. So and he's, like I said, he's been fighting. He could have rolled up and quit decades ago. Yeah. And he hasn't. So him being in there makes me think he's not going to be bought off. He's going to go in there and make some change. He's been fighting for this before it was a fight.
He's not Seventh-day Adventist, is he?
I don't. No.
No,
He likes his meat.
making meat.
He likes his meat. Speaking of, transition into that.
Yeah.
Watched the little video today. Kellogg's.
Did you have beef before you watched the video?
No.
You don't see where I'm going there.
Yeah. Not that kind of video.
Okay.
So
you can't say meat and then go, I'll watch the video later.
Okay.
It doesn't work like that.
In the context of Kellogg. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah.
So he. So 8 months ago, wasn't even that long ago. 8 months ago, they put out a campaign. They tried to do a campaign, and social media ripped them apart for it.
Good.
They tried to do a campaign where they were going to get people to eat cereal for dinner, and this was they touted it as a cure to expensive food. So saying that if you eat,
I remember this. I remember that. Yeah.
So for like $1.50, you can feed your family dinner, but it's their sugar laden.
Yeah.
Puffs of marshmallow. And they had even had a commercial with Tony the Tiger running in saying cereal for dinner. And everybody's like chanting, everybody's happy, and they got their multicultural
like
family. They're just like, yeah, cereal for dinner. And the chicken's like, yeah, I don't get eaten tonight. But it was just so freaking dirty.
Dude,
like they're trying.
I don't want cereal for dinner. Like
they're trying to increase their sales on the backs of poor people. Literally.
Well, that's the only time you would eat cereal for dinner. Is like I have nothing else.
Their douchebag CEO went on. It was one of the.
I remember this too.
Yeah, it was like one of the CNN business shows or one of the business shows, and it was just like grinning up. Yeah, like this is going to help people save money.
No,
and it's going to increase our profits.
Yes, and it will do that.
Good
but
night.
I mean. For dinner, I want meat and potatoes.
You think the CEO? You think the CEO of Kellogg's has ever had a bowl of cereal?
Probably not. He's not giving that to his kids.
No,
if he does, it's not for the regular, and he's on.
It's probably some bougie version.
Yeah,
and no one else gets.
No, I don't even think they're eating cereal. Well, I don't know if you think he's part of the family. If you know what I mean,
like he may be in that Seventh Day Advent. He's like, look, you ain't eating no meat in this house.
He may be drinking juice and. Just buying into his own BS.
What about this fake meat that everybody's going into right now?
Yeah.
Anybody got any faith in that?
No. And I will never eat that.
No.
It's chemically engineered plant-based meat.
Those you say those 7 words before meat, and it's like
yes.
What?
I mean, that sounds. It sounds bad.
Would you say chemically engineered plant-based water? It's like that doesn't turn you on at all.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, it's probably what we're drinking.
It is, but they don't say that. But you're at Burger King, they're like, we got this chemically engineered.
Yeah, they did the Impossible Burger or whatever. Yeah, it's time to do I yeah. So
plug the beef, man.
Yeah, plug that beef.
Let's take a quick break. Calm down a little bit. Let's get into some good stuff though. After this,
I hope you've got good stuff because I don't have
good stuff after this. I gotta go home.
I got a little, but anyway, let's take a quick break. ShroudedRealities.com, Patreon, of course, because this show's probably going to get banned on YouTube.
Oops. Wikipedia is already trying to figure out what to put on our.
Maybe not though. I was hearing that they're kind of like this past election cycle kind of opened everybody's eyes up that hey, like maybe we need to chill out on this stuff because we're about to lose a ton of money.
I hope so.
Yeah,
which is great by me. Like maybe everybody needs to wake up, but. Yeah, ShroudedRealities.com. Get you links to all of it, including the Patreon. $2 a month. Not bad. Not bad.
We're basically giving it away.
Yeah. And it get early access to our stuff.
There's also there's a free version. You don't get all the videos and stuff, but there's a free chat room in there. Get in there.
We got some free content.
We got some free content. I mean, check it out at the very least. Just click join. You don't have to pay money. Just click join and see what you can see.
And since Trump's in office, you're going to be able to afford it in about a year.
That's right.
Right. Yeah. Well, the NASDAQ jumped to like immediately.
Yeah. So did Bitcoin.
Did it really?
So, yeah. Nuts.
So
I wish I bought Bitcoin when I was in the 4th grade.
So, hey, if you got that Bitcoin money, hook you boys up. Go and help us out. Support us. Help us get
got merch.
Got some merch. Got T-shirts. Fixing to do a T-shirt giveaway. I think by the time this show comes out, we've already done the giveaway. So congratulations, whohoever it is. But
that's right.
It's probably Joey's mom.
Wear it proudly.
My biggest supporter. Hey, Mom. Thanks,
Wear
Mom.
it proudly. If you were the winner, go tell other people about it. Be like, hey, have y'all listened to this? It's pretty good.
Well, Stephen, do we got anything else on our website for sale?
For sale? I think we've got this new thing.
Here we go.
I don't know if y'all have heard of them. They're kind of a big deal. They're can somebody help? They've got the sticky back on them with a picture on it.
Yeah.
What's on the picture?
I think it's got our logo.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy that somebody had our logo and they're like, y'all should like just go stick this on things.
Okay.
And I was really amazed by it.
Do you know what it's called?
Stickers.
Okay.
Sticker. Yeah, that's right. They're stickers.
Where do you get them?
ShroudedRealities.com. I think it's the only place you can get one.
You can't miss it.
Of that kind of quality.
They're really exclusive too.
They are. They're kind of a big deal.
Limited edition.
Y'all want to be on the forefront of these things because it's kind of a newfangled idea.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
One of these days, people are going to catch on to it, and y'all be like, "Hey, I was cool before cool was cool," and you can get yourself a sticker cheap too.
You know, one of these days, a real sponsor is going to hear this and be like, "Dude, these guys can sell anything."
That's right.
And we'll go.
I feel pretty confident with my sales pitch here.
Hey, if you're a sponsor, ShroudedRealities.com, it's got links to our email.
I think it's
click and hook you boys up.
I think it's led to one wholesale.
Really?
So it's
now we sold 3.
Yeah, but I
300% from zero.
Well, people probably haven't seen my plea to stickers and my push for stickers.
Okay.
So that's really where the importance is. It'll take off.
So you better jump on ShroudedRealities.com and go ahead and get them because they're not going to last.
Stock is limited,
and it is going to be limited edition. The next set's going to be a different set. So.
It is, and this is a one-time print.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this again.
Hey, and if you don't think I'm going when I get home and working on this RFK T-shirt.
Yeah, you're
right. That's going to be on there quick.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think that's going to sell like hotcakes.
That's right. You got something good to say about any of this? Because I don't.
Yeah, I do. Part of it piggybacks on the Joel Salatin movement, but we can just grow our own food, man.
We could.
We need more time, though, at home. They're making us work.
It's doable.
It's doable, but is it going to be straining?
It's okay. So it is doable.
And you need land.
No, you don't.
You don't have to have land.
So
you need some kind of land.
I proved it a little bit today just for it. I've been growing carrots in a potted thing that you usually stick flowers in. Instead of putting flowers in it that are just useless and look stupid, I put carrots in it.
Flowers look stupid. You heard it here first.
Yeah, they charge too much.
They do. Right. I've been growing my own carrots on my front porch in a planter. So like you literally all you need is a stoop, a balcony, a back porch. Like if you got a yard, great. But grow your own carrots, and then like they're so easy to grow, like so easy. I went outside, picked a carrot, and had it for lunch.
You had a carrot for lunch?
That's not all I had.
Okay,
but that's kind of my point. Is like there is
rabbit food for lunch. It was great.
There is steps that you can take.
Didn't even take the dirt off
to lessen. You know what I mean? I still went to Subway and got a Subway sandwich. It's just pot full of sugar and nitrates.
Subway's good for you. Do you not remember
Jared?
Yeah, Jared lost all that weight.
They actually, Subway stopped using artificial coloring in their banana peppers.
Really? Mm-hmm. Good on them.
That's the only thing I've done, though.
They're really making a difference.
They do that after they canceled Jared for creeping on little kids.
Yeah, he's in jail right now.
Yeah.
He's talking about carrots, too.
Dude, could you imagine? Could you imagine being the guy that like brought this guy in and like, look, this guy lost so much weight. We're going to make them a face of our whole
he's been
company.
Eating his bread and he lost weight.
And then
this is the biggest sham I've ever seen.
Subway makes you a pedophile.
And then we're going to ship him out to every school in America.
Yep. You think it's just a $5 foot long? That's all it is.
Poor Subway.
I can play so many Subway games.
Yeah, I'm trying not to, but my mom's listening, so I don't want to get.
My mom's listening too. She's shaking her head right now. It's fine.
Golly.
Yeah, but it's not, and the system is set up, I think, to brainwash us to think that we can't grow our own food.
Gotcha.
I'm not saying you are.
Maybe I am
for what you just said, but there is ways, and YouTube is a wealth of information on this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy to grow a lot of food. You can take a potato. All right, you find it in your pantry, and it's been growing little shoots out of it. What do you usually do with it?
Toss it.
Because they stink after a certain point.
Yeah.
Guess what? If you stick it in the ground, it makes 7 more of those. Seriously, that sprout is just
roots coming out.
Nope, not roots. It's the green part getting ready to come out. And then when you put it out, it starts getting sunlight. It leaves up, greens up. It starts putting roots out, tubers they call it. The little tubers turn into potatoes. Boom, you got 7 more potatoes.
So next time that happens, I'm going to go in my backyard and just start throwing them in the dirt.
Yeah. And they put out pretty flowers too. My father-in-law's got one in his backyard that he won't dig up because it makes such a pretty white flower every year. And it just, I'd imagine he's got probably 100 potatoes in there because he's hadn't.
That are all mushed. It's mashed potatoes in there at this point.
Some of them are, probably. But even if you didn't have a yard to throw it in, and the soil, it doesn't work good in where I live anyway. My ground's kind of clayey, so it's real hard. Potato doesn't do real well. So I have to do mine in a raised bed, but still pretty easy. But you can do it in a bucket. You can take a 5-gallon bucket, fill it with soil, $5 of soil, drop that sucker right in the middle of it and put it out in the sun, water it every now and then, and you got 7 more potatoes, or more than that. It just depends on
Gotcha.
But it's easy. It's not that hard. It just takes 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 somebody being taught. But
this sounds crazy to me. We shouldn't rely on the government to tell us what we need to be doing. Is what you're saying,
or the media,
or
wait, I have a question. How was there a potato famine in Ireland? They could just throw it in the dirt.
Wasn't it a bug or something?
I think there was something that actually.
I thought they just forgot how to do it.
It is a tough. It's a lot of steps.
Or was it
take potato, put potato in dirt?
Okay.
Yeah, but there's lots of ways you can do your own food. Chicken's super good source of food.
I don't think
they're so cheap.
I really don't think that this country was built off of this type of system that we have. I really don't. I don't think that it was set up to have regulation for every
seed on earth.
Yeah. Guess where all that regulation comes from that tells you can't have your chicken in your backyard, or tells you that you have to go to the grocery store to get your food. It's the people that are making the money off of you going and buying your food.
Yep.
Exactly.
People who've never touched grass.
It's a lobbyist or a special interest group that's saying, hey, nah, they don't need that. It's going to make their yard look gross.
Yeah.
I mean, or whatever it is.
It's like HOA of food.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and our government saying, yeah, you're right. They don't need to do that. And that's taking one little piece at a time. Incrementally, slowly.
Do you think one dirty, disgusting Mr. Smithers looking person is in the background making all this stuff?
Because it feels intentional.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm wondering if it's a person or a group of people that's causing this whole thing to just be as gross and dirty as it is.
You trying to key up a deep state situation here?
Yeah. Well, I'm actually playing the backside of it. Was it an unintentional? I think there's a name for this, but was it an unintentional chain of events that happened that brought us to this point?
I personally think that it was probably. This is coordinated. It's too many things for it to not be coordinated.
Yeah.
Too many things are tied together. This didn't happen on accident. I don't think. I think that it was incrementally dropped into our system of just a piece here, a piece there. Because if you do it all at once, people are going to go, no, you're not doing that.
Right.
If you just take a little tassel and pull.
And I think a lot of these companies know what these chemicals do. They spend so much money on research. They know.
Companies don't spend the money on research. The companies are the ones that are hiring the scientists to do the work, and then they have to then give it to the FDA. They're the ones that give this information to the FDA.
It's perfect.
I heard today what those chemicals are for.
Yeah.
We always wondered, like, why we have anti-caking agent in my water.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's anti-caking agent, but I do know it's chemicals. The food scientists have to put that stuff in there to counteract the metal and grossness that are in the manufacturing process. So your food, if they didn't have those chemicals in there and they just pump it through their machines that do all the things, at the factories, your food would have a metallic taste. So they have to put that crap in there to counter. So
to make up for their negligence in having metallic flavoring or whatever it is, they're going to put chemicals in it to make it not that way.
Yep.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
And who cares if they give you breast cancer or not?
Well, they got
that money.
Well, they've got studies that say that it doesn't. If you just eat this one little fruit bar that has this in it, if you just have that one little piece that only has that red dye in it, then you're fine. But if you have Doritos after that, and then you have a Code Red Mountain Dew, and then you have this on top of it, you're just loading yourself up with all this stuff. In this one little dose, it probably isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But it's the mass amount of everything that has it in it. That's where the problem is.
I think it's the money. The money train is what cause of it. To me, I think that's is the money train. And you had greedy people coming in there doing all this stuff.
The tie-ins. Did I talk about Bayer and Monsanto last week? I don't think I did.
Monsanto. Oh, they're the seed company.
No, they're the
weed killer company.
They're the Roundup company.
Yeah, but they also control they're the Roundup company because they're the seed company. They're the ones that's making the genetically modified seeds that will allow the Roundup to be sprayed on it.
Okay, well, that's true. There's that too.
Yeah.
I know there was
But
the Monsanto papers. I mean, there was a huge thing that come out about them. Do you know that they merged with Bayer? Bayer, like your headache medicine, company? The pharmaceutical company. Yeah. Guess who makes medicines for non-Hodgkin's lymphoma?
Stop it.
Bayer. Guess what Monsanto gives you?
Cancer.
Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So the cure is funding the disease, and the disease is funding the cure. So it's just that's not on accident.
RFK, Joe Salatin, y'all got to get in there and make heads roll.
Yep.
That's why I don't think this is, or I think this is intentional.
Yeah.
Why would Bayer and Monsanto go, hey,
we need to make damage control?
Kind of sounds like the Coke and diabetes people getting together.
Coke and diabetes water.
Huh.
Yeah.
That gum. So I heard saying a thing that Michelle Obama, she went, you remember she did the healthy movement thing. That was kind of her thing.
We're going to make kids' school lunches gross.
Yeah. 1 hour a day outside.
What if I told you it almost wasn't her fault?
Really?
Yeah. She tried. She tried to break the system. The system broke back. She went in and trying to get processed food out of the foods.
I'm gonna leave it.
Stop it. Yeah. She tried to get like processed pizza and stuff out of the school systems.
Yep.
Because that's what schools are feeding kids now is just garbage.
Yeah.
Because that's all they know to eat because it's what they're eating at home. But
that's what the food pyramid tells them.
Yeah, it's a whole nother tangent. But anyway, she tried to get that taken out. A Democrat senator from, I can't remember where she was from, but anyway, she went in and blocked it. Because her lobby was the food company that controls 70% of the pizzas that get sold to the schools. So they were paying her to block that whole thing, shutting it down. And the way they got around it was they made pizza a vegetable serving a serving of vegetables.
What
pizza?
They made it a serving
processed
of vegetables.
Pizza on top of that. Made it a serving of vegetables.
There's a reason school food is like mystery meat. We called it mystery meat.
Yeah, we did.
Because it's
garbage. What do we got for lunch today? Mush.
Yeah.
Mush and milk.
Well, see, exactly. Recently though, like we haven't been in school for a while. Even you, Connor, haven't been there for a while. They've got people coming in that they're selling like fast food like on the regular constantly.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I seen a documentary where they had a special thing where not a special thing, but a place that you can go and like every day they would have either Papa John's, Chick-fil-A, just somebody else would bring in their
Well, once a week
food.
we would have gluten-free Papa John's.
Gotcha.
Gross.
So it was
light.
Yeah, we did. One of the lights dropped.
We can't keep a light on for nothing.
Nah, we need a plug up, like one that plugs into the wall. Anyway.
But
gluten-free Papa John's?
That sounds gross.
Yes.
It does. That
sounds about as good as cauliflower pizza.
It tastes like the plate it's on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes like the cardboard that they shipped it in.
Yeah.
That sounds gross.
Anything else?
Man.
Anything else you got?
That's all I got for good stuff. Grow your own freaking food.
Yeah.
We do have hope that that at least it's on the forefront right now. That on the political forefront that somebody's seeing that this crap is just breaking the
instead
society.
of just putting the same old cronies in place.
Yeah,
same old people.
What you got on Red Dye 40? You said you had some.
Not just Red Dye 40, but all the other dyes. So do you know what all the dyes are made out of?
Gross stuff.
It's petroleum, like coal-based petroleum and tar,
like stuff that's in my engine right now.
Like the leftovers.
Yuck. And
they add chemicals to it to get the petroleum taste out of it.
Brighter.
They get the taste out of it, and then somehow chemically they make it the color they want.
That's similar to like seed oils then, because seed oil
we didn't talk about seed oil,
seed oil was part of this too, and it's very similar to that. It was a petroleum-based product.
Yeah,
that they were using for like cars. It was Rockefeller, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Who was trying to.
I got a meme that I'm gonna share.
Yeah. Rockefeller was doing that, and he was like, we need to make this suitable for human consumption. because it's cheaper and all these other things.
Mm-hmm.
And so very similar situation there.
Yeah.
It was a petroleum based deal.
Yep. And there was a TEDx I was watching of this lady with multiple PhDs in psychology, and she was talking about her child, and the process of removing dye from their household, and like how that process looked. So from her perspective on her son, the different dyes did different things.
Okay.
So Red 40 to her son, it did hyperactivity, migraines, impulsiveness, fidgeting, and brain buzzing, similar to ADHD, and last 1 to 2 days when consumed.
Wow.
So all of these things do go away after a certain amount of time if you don't eat them. But that's Red 40. Green number 3 was mania, hyperactivity, a feeling of euphoria similar to bipolar disorder, last 12 hours. Blue number 1, irritability, moodiness, fatigue, last 24 hours. Yellow number 5 and number 6, anxiety, aggravation, aggression, defiance, violent outburst, and suicidal thoughts. Similar to oppositional defiant disorder and conduct disorder in last 5 days.
All to sell an extra box of tricks.
Lunchables.
So I actually have
Lunchables.
a little bit of personal cases with this. So I had migraines my entire growing up, like severe migraines.
Yeah.
Throwing up sick. I mean, the whole deal.
Yep.
So I went to neurologist after neurologist trying to figure out what was actually going on. Was on medicine for an extended period of time, trying to eradicate it. They narrowed it down to red hot dogs. So I'd have a red hot dog, almost trigger a migraine instantly.
Wow.
Now I know that it wasn't the hot dog necessarily. Sure, there was a lot of processed fake
dye in it.
meats and all of that, but it was the amount that was in that hot dog
That's crazy.
of red dye that was in it.
When's the last
That
time you
was
ate a red
causing-
hot dog?
The last time I did, I was sick as a dog. I was like, I'm 30 years old.
Why are they going to
fine.
make hot dogs red?
I don't know.
So you tried it again like years later?
Yeah, I've tried it again.
And it still jacked you up?
A couple of years ago, I was like, I'm 30.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
You know,
Tell me
Dude.
what to eat.
I was sick as crap.
Yeah.
I mean, tore me up. And I'd have migraines to where you can't see straight. I mean, they were bad. Throwing
Yeah.
up sick.
Yeah. Now imagine a 7-year-old.
Well, I
And
was
you're like, why are you acting like this?
Yeah.
And punishing the kid.
Mom
you know?
said she can trace my migraines back to when I was 2.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
and who knows what red dye I was having at that point or any of that. So
Juice.
Yeah, juice, Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
I know it jacks my nephew up too. My sister, she used to makes her own food to keep the red dye out of it. And
Yeah.
you have to be real careful on what you eat.
Yeah. And the thing is it's in everything.
Yeah.
Maybe the quantity's not there near as much, but
Yeah.
it was probably a little more pushed in that. than
And
what
it's
it
like,
was.
who honestly cares how brightly colored their stuff is?
Apparently Americans.
Apparently, but to me, it's like,
And it's just America too. Like food in Canada,
Yeah.
not that far away, is way different than food here.
Yeah.
Same brand, same
and it's
company
like
that
that's
makes it and
all it
everything.
is for is just color.
Yeah.
Like, why?
It makes it more appealing. It makes it
Yeah,
that
but if
eye
you-
pop of like, ooh, that looks good. I mean, they do it in beef. They do
Yeah.
it in all kinds of stuff.
Pork.
Yeah. To make it more appealing when it's
Yeah.
sitting on the shelf to make you go, ooh, I'm going to buy that.
Yeah.
That's why they do it, is because it's a visual.
Yeah.
If you see brown beef sitting on the grocery store
People
aisle,
are
you're
like,
like, oh, that's rotted. I
Yeah.
can't have that.
Yeah.
So they're going to do something to that beef
Yeah.
to make it look fresh, the freshest beef.
I would be totally okay if they just banned all artificial coloring.
Oh yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
there is no use, no use of it.
Well, it doesn't taste because they got rid of that.
Yeah.
So,
But what has to happen first is it has to be put to the masses
and there's got to be an
that
education.
they've got to understand. Yeah. I
There's
mean,
got to
like
be education for
once
that.
you know, you don't care. Like, you know, I talked about it last week. I've been trying to diet and stay off sugar and stuff. It's impossible. I'm not like completely cutting out sugar altogether, but I'm making conscious choices to not. And once you know stuff like this, it like just because something's a little off color doesn't mean it's bad. Guess
Yeah.
what? God give you another sense, not your eyeballs, but to give you another sense that you can tell if it's bad or not.
Sniff it.
Just sniff it.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean,
if you
seriously.
can't tell,
If
just
something smells
touch it.
off, you don't need to do it.
yeah, don't eat it.
Yeah.
It's that easy. Yeah, just don't throw it away.
Yep. But we've
if
been
it's got
trained.
fuzzy stuff growing on it, it's
Don't eat
probably
it.
obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been trained
We've been
Yeah.
to
trained.
visually look at this and go, oh, that's brown. We need to throw it away or whatever.
Or trust
Yeah.
the government, trust the media, trust the commercials you watch.
Yeah.
It
You
pisses
know?
my wife off when like we have a gallon of milk that's like 5 days past the best due. I'm
Yeah.
like, it smells fantastic.
wear it out.
Let's
Fine.
glass
Drink
of
it.
chocolate milk, baby.
It's not chunky. So
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, man.
Yeah. You ready to wrap? Got your finger on the button.
Daggone.
There is hope. There really is hope.
Yes,
really is.
we're in the season of hope.
We are entering the golden era of the United States.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be huge.
Food's going to be healthy again.
Call me crazy,
Trump
but we're going to
ever.
be talking about this generation, this time, since 2016 forever.
Yeah,
I
This
agree.
is unique, a unique time.
it is. It is. I'm excited though. There is hope. Grow your own food. Watch what you're eating. That's a big thing. Just make smart choices. Be educated
Yeah.
and get better. Be healthy.
That's right.
That's all you got to do.
Question the doctors.
Question the
For
doctors.
real.
Yeah, that's it. We got the boys back in town. We're excited. Connor, Steven, Joey, and Ruby. We're all back together.
Big time.
Appreciate you listening.
Thanks, guys.